It's amazing, though, how just a couple injuries, it's a fairly deep team, and then, man, all of a sudden now you really don't have any guys to spare.
Yeah, and it's funny. And I think that, and EB, I know you pay attention. You watch the team a lot. You're a fan of the program and everything. I mean, you look at obviously Justin Jackson's a guy that everybody thought coming into the year might be a top 5 or top 10 player in the league. Maybe not, but he didn't quite play up to a certain level, and maybe it was because he was injured. I'm not sure. And he's seen as sort of an elite player in the league, but you also he's like a middle reliever who can eat up a lot of innings for you, and play a couple of different positions. Dependable, not great, but a guy you can count on. And you lose those innings, man, and all of a sudden you're looking down your bench thinking, now where do I go? Now what do I do?
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, because now you're pushing guys to, if they're averaging 20 to 25 minutes, now they got to go 32 to 33.
And part of that is good news because two of the 5 best players on the team are the freshmen, and talent deserves to reap the rewards. And these guys now, barring foul trouble or any sort of injury, knock on wood for them, Daryl Marcel and Bruno Fernando, these guys will reap the benefits of those 32, 33 minutes that they probably wouldn't have been getting otherwise. So at the end of the day, it'll make them better. It'll make the team better in March. It's just really unfortunate that you lose a couple of cogs like that.
I'm not a guy that studies high school recruiting beyond the top guys or maybe some of the local kids. So Bruno Fernando was a revelation to me, and he's just kind of been there from the beginning. And I'm like, wow, they really have something here, huh?
Yeah, and he's as an electric off the court as he is on it.
Right.
Great personality. Yeah, just a huge personality. A lot of fun to be around. And where would they be without him right now?
Right.
Were he not?
What were the expectations? Did they expect this kind of production right away?
Well, they expected him to be a player, and then what happens is you get to the fall workouts, and basically 2 or 3 days in, you have a holy S moment where you're like, we got something here. This is special, and
right.
you don't come across these guys every day that are 6'9", 6'10", uber athletic, and have an aptitude for the game.
Right.
I mean, he played against an experienced guy the other night against Penn State, and Mike Watkins, who just doesn't get nearly the love or the shots that he should in that offense, but Bruno was more than up to the task. It was fun watching him play against an older guy like that.
So what's this do to the rotation? You talked about, the freshmen got to play a little bit more and step up, but in terms of, I know they went big against Penn State, and we talked about that, man. You go to the line 34 times, and the opponent goes to the line 4 times.
I didn't even realize that watching it.
You win by 6. I mean, that's obvious where that game was won. But so what's this do to the rotation when Jackson and Bender are gone?
Well, it means the freshman Josh Tomajic has to step up and play some minutes. He doesn't have to play great. He just has to kind of keep his finger in the dike a little bit. He's skilled. He's 6'9". He just needs to play. He looks a little. He looks like this is his first real run in important games. So he played well in the second half against Penn State. He'll have to play, I don't know, 9, 10 minutes maybe, helping out inside. They also will be able to play small. Against Penn State, I don't know that they can do it tonight against Michigan State. Michigan State's a little different animal than Penn State, but they played some minutes going small and used Nickens and Herter along with Daryl Morcell, who are pretty versatile players, and then Anthony Cowan on the ball. So they do have some options, but they don't go more than 8 deep. They could probably squeeze a couple of minutes out of Sean Obi, who's sitting on that bench, but I don't know that he's in the picture at all right now, but they've got 8 guys who can go. Just nobody can get hurt at this point in time.
Right. Are they
sick?
Are they still a tournament team?
I think so. And, I think so. I mean, again,
it's not like the conference.
Injury,
the conference isn't as strong as it usually is.
Well, I mean, but that's college basketball, man. I mean, this is the first year. I read somewhere where this is the first year since 1949. That on January 1st of the college basketball season, there were no undefeated teams.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So, I mean, you look around, and there's some scores every night that'll have you scratching your head. So, And you know, it's funny. I think that Maryland's 13 or 14. I just saw in USA Today 13 or 14-point dogs in this game tonight. But
yep.
Every year, lightning strikes in college basketball, and you never know if it's going to be where you're at the game or somebody somewhere else. And they're good enough. Their starting five is certainly good enough to be in the NCAA tournament. I don't think there's any question about it. I think that the success in getting to the tournament is going to be really predicated on what they get off the bench.
Yeah, and like you said, the schedule will soften a little bit in February. Herder's having a really good year shooting the ball anyway. I don't know what he's doing defensively, but he's shooting 53%.
He's phenomenal, Lurch. He is so good, and his last 9 games have been off the charts, starting with a game at Syracuse where he just lit them up.
Yes.
But his last 9 games have been great. He's shooting 53 for guard, shooting 53% from the field. He's well over 40% from 3. He plays great defense every single night, and they sorely missed him against Penn State when he was out with a couple of fouls in the first half. He and Anthony Cowan are playing at all conference levels. So
Cowan,
the backcourt has been